All right, welcome back to the Minturn Market. I've got Randy Milhoan. You are, I guess you say you're the general manager, the director of the market as we speak right now.
Right.
But there's some transitions happening. Let's just talk about you first, because you've been around the valley, around Minturn area for quite some time.
Yeah, I've been
decades
here.
now.
I came originally in 1968. I moved here full time in 1969.
Where did you come from?
Nebraska. And I had friends out here. David and Maria Minnick were living here, and Minnick would always say, "You ought to come out and learn how to ski." And so it got to the point where I didn't have enough money to go back to graduate school, so I thought that's probably a pretty good idea because I was doing construction. It got to be about Halloween in Nebraska. It was freezing cold with snow and so forth, and I thought, if I'm going to be cold, I ought to probably ought to go to Colorado. So I called Minnick, and I got, you know how kids get here today and how much money they have to spend to just rent a place. I got here. I said, where would I live? He said, you've got a job at Le Cave restaurant if you want it right as soon as you come being a dishwasher. So I said, good, I'll take it. And I said, where would I live? And he said, we've got a room with a bathroom, its own bathroom. We can rent it to you for $50 a month. That included
$50 a month with utilities.
Is that amazing?
Did y'all hear that? Oh my gosh.
I mean, kids spend thousands of dollars now to get into an apartment, it's crazy, So, but at any rate, so I've been here ever since, and I did a lot of things. I've done a whole variety of things. I've been a dishwasher, a painter. I've done a lot of things, and but I've got a painting and design studio here in Minturn that I've had for 30 years. That I've been doing that work longer than that, but I've had this studio for 30 years.
Wow, and that's right on the Main Street area?
No, it's on William Street, right behind the Minturn Country Club, actually. So, but it's a nice area.
We're standing right in front of the Minturn Country Club, so your studio's right back there.
Yeah, it's very close.
Let's talk about this market a little bit. I mean, this has been around it's one of the longest markets standing in Colorado.
It is. Yeah, it started 20 years ago in 1988. There'd been a little market in Minturn here over on Pine Street. It never really got off the ground. It never got to be very big, but the idea I thought was sort of intriguing, and I thought it seemed like it would fit down here in these buildings. It had kind of a European feel to it. And Alan Lanning came as town manager, and he formed a thing called the Visioning Committee, which is a committee that really could come up with virtually any idea you could think of,
Throw it out and see if it sticks to the wall, right?
It was a great committee to be on. You didn't have the obligations that a town council has or the design review board has or anything. You could just come up with any idea, and as long as you didn't cost anybody money, you were okay.
Right.
So, but we did a lot of things. The first major thing we did was start this market, and that was it was started by the Visioning Committee. A lot of different people were on that committee, but Bill Burnett and Pete Burnett were on it. Stuart Satsky, Bob Toucher, Jane Amadon, who teaches at the University of Ohio now, and myself. And we started the market as a project. We weren't sure how long it would go, but there were no other markets in the Western Slope at that time. And so we started in 1988. This is the 20th anniversary this year.
Wow.
And the thing would not have gone had it not been for Ty and Helen Gillespie. They'd finished a 6-year sailing trip, and they'd built a home here in town. And they were great, great people. They live over in Paonia now, and I'm hoping they come over this summer. I think they will. I'm going to try to get each one of the directors back. Nicole Magistro, who is has the Bookworm. She was a manager at the market here for 2 years. Liz Campbell, who works for the Ski and Snowboard Museum now. She was a director for 1 year. And Karen Early down in Colorado Springs was. So there are quite a few people that have been directors of the market. And but Ty and Helen started it, and they even went so far as to they would go to Denver and buy produce because it was so early in the year there was no produce, So right. I said, where did this produce come from? They said, we went to Denver and got it, and they had the whole back of the car was full of produce and spaghetti and a variety of other things. But they were the ones that really enabled this market to get going. They were very good, really good managers, good visionaries, and so forth. And to fit with the...
Hey, so real quick.
Yeah.
We have another interview with you coming up. Is that okay? Can we continue this conversation? I want to hear more about it. And we're going to explore the market and show people what's here because there's probably over, 85 vendors here?
There are about 85 vendors,
good. Perfect.
And this market and last market, Michelle Mateer, the town manager, set it up, and she calls these mini markets. So next week it'll be a full market.
All right. Sounds good, Randy.
All right,
we got Randy Milhoan with the town of Minturn and the Minturn market. We're going to check in with him in just a little bit. We're going to venture across the street to Minturn Anglers and more live from the town of Minturn. We have Ashley in the studio. We'll be right back.